Last week we made ourselves acquainted with this old mechanical Janome, and today we're going to look at something that's very important to know how to do if you want to be able to sew, and that is how to thread it. So the first thing we're going to do is actually make a bobbin. I have a Janome bobbin here. Actually, it's not specifically Janome, but it works for Janome machines. And I have some purple thread. As always, whenever you are threading a machine for the first time, the manual is the best place to look. And I say this not as someone who likes to read manuals, but as someone who for many years didn't read her manual and suffered because of it. Then we always need to check the pictures on the machine, which I'll show you in a moment, because those are very helpful, but they don't tell the entire story. So this might be helpful if you're still confused. I have already made a video on how to make a bobbin, but on my brother machine, and this one's a bit different, and more machines are like this. So I think it's worth showing again. To make a bobbin, I first need to put the thread spool onto the thread spool pin. Yours might be in a different place. I need to make sure that my thread is coming from underneath. Your machine might be different, check the manual, but in my experience it usually needs to come that way. Then this plug thing keeps the spool in place. I should be using a bigger one than this because my thread is quite large, but I have lost it. So use a big one that is bigger than your thread if you have one. All right. This little hole is where the thread needs to go. There's one on each side. It doesn't matter which one I choose. Once that's through, I don't want it to come out again, so I'm going to put it back through here. Then I'm going to find where the little notch is and put that over, lining up with this metal. It's kind of like a wire that sticks out. So it clicks on. Feels pretty secure. This part needs to go around here, and that needs to go around there. The instructions don't tell you to do this, but I always do this because particularly on this machine, if I do not hold the thread tight above the thread spool, one of these places likes to come undone, and then I get a giant mess. I need to slide my bobbin to the right. See this here? When the thread starts to rub against there, it will signal to the bobbin to stop turning. Now I can press the foot control. So now I can snip my bobbin thread. When my bobbin is full, I can just snip that bit off. I want to make sure that it is short because otherwise it will get tangled up in my bobbin case and try to get drawn up into the stitching and make a big mess. So we have a bobbin. So now we are going to thread the machine. You can see the dotted line. There's a bobbin picture there. For some reason it's decided to show up now. And there's also a solid line. So we need to follow the solid line. It is only partial, so this is where, again, the manual is useful if you don't have a video to follow. I need to go around here, down here, under here. There is a U-turn picture with a number 2. I need to make sure my uptake lever is at the top. Then we'll go around there. It will click into place. Here's a side view of that. Then it comes back down around this hook. And that can be on either side. Different machines have them on different sides. And then it's time to thread my needle. Oh, there can also be another bit up here. Some machines have another part up there that you need to put it through, but this one does not. Now, The interwebs told me that if I slide it down, there's a little groove that it will get caught in and go through. I'm going to see if that works. Ah, that did actually work. I'm also going to see if my needle thread is working at the moment. Sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. This one operates by putting a little hook through the eye of the needle, but it has to be aligned perfectly to actually do that. Otherwise, it just goes off to the side, which is not much use. Then you, in theory, hook the thread underneath and it pulls it through, but it's not working. Don't know if I did something or if it's just getting old. So we will manually thread that. Now for the bobbin. I'm not sure if this is a mechanical machine thing or an older machine thing. I've only seen on quite new machines that you don't need to actually bring the bobbin thread up manually. It has this little thing instead that you slide it around and then it just sorts itself out. So I'm not sure if that's a mechanical machine thing or an older machine thing or just a simpler machine thing. Either way, we do need to actually get the bobbin thread up. So again, it's important to know which side your thread needs to come from. I have actually not used a bottom loading bobbin before. I've only used top loading bobbins. So I don't know what those ones do, but all of the top loading bobbins I have used, we need to have the thread coming down on the left hand side. I'm going to place this in the bobbin case. Then I need to pull the thread through this little notch here. It needs to click through there and go round on the outside of this metal part. Now to get the bobbin thread up, I need to hold the top thread and turn the hand wheel down, and back up until the needle is in its top position. Can you see the bobbin thread there? It's kind of hard to see because it's small. Then I carefully, with my snip so I don't snip it, will put them through the loop and pull that through. Then I need to put both threads underneath and to the back. And remember to put the lid back on the bobbin. My machine is now fully threaded and ready to sew. So next time we're going to explore some of the different stitches, maybe all of them, depends if they need specialist feet. And we'll go through the basics of what stitch to use when and for what types of fabric. I'm kind of looking forward to having a play with some of the stitches that I might not have used. So that will either come up in the next video or the one after that, which will be all about the different press of feet. If you have not seen the video introducing this machine, you can watch that here or there, not sure. And maybe you will also find something else that's useful in the how-to category elsewhere on my channel. Feel free to browse and feel free to subscribe if you enjoyed this content.